let's get straight to it. Today officially marks the fourth quarter of the year. We're in the fourth quarter right now. The year 2024 is officially 75% done. What have you done for yourself, buddy? Like, we keep doing this every year. We already know about the New Year's resolutions. We already know how people said they're going to do something. They're going to change this year. They're going to do something different. They're going to finally make that step, like all those things. And then they're still stuck in the same place. And you have no idea how easy it is to fall in that trap of being in the same spot you was 1 year ago, right? So to do that, like in order to change that mentality or change that outcome, is to really understand like how time goes by so fast, how time works. And I've noticed that since I've been in school, like these days go by so fast. It's fast and slow at the same time, if that makes sense. Like every day I'm fighting for my life from the time I wake up to the time it's dude, I have to submit it. I'm fighting for my life. Time goes by so quick. And I say that because for architecture, it's a 5-year program. So when they told me that last year in the last fall, they was like, yeah, you're gonna be graduating in 5 years from now. Like, dude, you know how long and quick that can be? Like, just thinking about how quick that can be, like, or how long that can be, like, oh, from 5 years from now, that's a long time from now. But once you like start getting into the habit of making moves, like you kind of forget the timeline, if that makes sense. So obviously I still got some ways to go, but a year ago went by so fast, dog. Like where I was 1 year ago, like both physically, financially, mentally, although like so much has changed, dog. And I say all that rambling to let you understand, like, dude, you gotta do it now. Whatever it is, you gotta start doing it now. We're in the fourth quarter. All the practice, all the shots he was putting up, all the team chemistry building, all the bag work, everything you've been putting into this year, like, we gotta finish these last 3 months strong. Like, you got to finish this shit strong, but I'm telling you, bro, it's going to go by so fast. And before you know it, it's going to be January 1st, and we're going to have people on the same BS, or you finally going to do something different. And I think that's like a good challenge for people to do, being able to do something different. With me, it was YouTube, because like this is something I would have never imagined myself doing. Like, if you went back in time, told high school me, like, yo, you going to have a YouTube channel, and that shit going to be popping, I'd be like, yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You just talking. But like, seriously, like, just get in the habit of just making the most of your time, because you have no idea how fast this goes by. Because let me tell you, I like January 2024, that felt like yesterday, and I'm not even kidding. The amount that has changed in these last 10 months is ridiculous. Now imagine if you actually, sorry, there's a notification. Imagine if you actually like stuck to something like consistently, regardless of what happens, and see how much you can change. Like, you know what I'm saying? Imagine if I started this on January 1st and I stayed relatively consistent until now. And I'm not gonna act like I'm super consistent, because lately I've been BSing, and I know. I'm gonna hold myself accountable before y'all do. My homie texted me the other day, he's like, yo, like, where the videos at, dog? I'm like, my bad. I have been swamped in schoolwork, and I'm really trying to find the perfect balance so I can like get my shit done and then start cooking up on these YouTube videos. But lately, I'm like, yo, I'm not even in my house. For these past 3-4 days, I've barely been in my house. I've been in the design studio all day. And I come in here to sleep and then go back to cooking up at the design studio. So very little time. But I would say a lot of it is I can definitely do better trying to find ways to like make more of my time, work more effectively to get more done. But seriously, dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, these are all examples of how time just goes by. It goes by fast when you don't want it to, and then when you do want it to, it just now feels like forever, if that makes sense. So that's why it's such a weird, conflicting thing, where it's like when you hear someone say 5 years from now, it's like, oh man, that is like, I ain't trying to worry about that. That's way too far to be tripping about now, versus like, oh shit, that was 5 years ago. Like, you know how much has happened since then and how quick that was? Because 5 years ago, 2019, buddy, I was a senior. I was a senior in high school, and the amount of shit that has changed since I graduated high school, ridiculous. And I'm not even talking about how just COVID, because COVID obviously dropping crazy numbers right when I was getting ready to graduate. But COVID aside, everything that has happened, like, you have no idea like how fast time goes by. Like, this is insane. It's so crazy. And I say all that to reinforce my main point, is to just go hard. Whatever it is you want to do, dog, just go hard and just don't even worry about it. Like, it goes into the law of detachment. Like, stop worrying about the end result. Stop worrying about getting the rewards right away, because obviously we work on things to get what we want. We start going to the gym, we start doing all these diet routines and stuff so we can get that six-pack and get that Greek god physique. Stop worrying about that. Focus on the process of you actually going in, day out, eating X amount of protein, carbs, fats, your calories, your training. Make sure all that is focused on before you start worrying about, like, man, I just want this six-pack already. I just want this already. And that's why people don't get anything done, because they're too busy worried about, like, what that end result is. But before you get that end result, dog, you have to enjoy the other 80% of the movie. You got to enjoy all the filler episodes, all the boring stuff, all the side quests, everything that, like, kind of takes your attention away from the main goal. You have to enjoy every single piece of it. Like, right now, I've been changing my diet. I've been doing more like keto, so kind of like cutting on carbs like crazy. I've been doing hella research and stuff and realized that, like, it doesn't even matter what the carbs are. I gotta, like, really cut down on it for, like, what I want in my physique goals. And it's like it sucks. I'll be out here hungry than a motherfucker sometimes, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? You got to really enjoy it. Like, understand, like, these days where I'm starving. I'm eating fucking ice cubes in a bowl of water or some ice cube soup for dinner to, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, those days, like, are the most important, because it helps you, like, realize, like, why you're doing it. And that's what people forget. They get hit with that adversity and then tend to forget, why did I even start doing this in the first place? Let me just go back to what I was doing before, which is BSing and being normal. But then once that feeling kicks in where it's like, damn, like, why didn't I just stick with it? Because like I said, because when you do that, you start to think back, man, 3 years ago when I said I was going to get a gym membership and I just went for a week and I never went back, man, what could have happened? It always goes down to the what ifs, the coulda, shoulda, woulda, shouldas. You know what I'm saying? And we all have it too. There's definitely some things where I was like, man, like, if I had stuck to that thing, if I did it this way, even just with the gym, like, if I was more consistent off rip, if I knew what I was doing right away, like, it'd be a completely different story. But we're not here to, like, overly reflect on, like, the past, like, oh, it coulda, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Just learn from those mistakes and just understand that mentality now. Be able to take all those L's you took back then and apply that now, understanding we do not have time to waste. We are in the fourth quarter. We're down 5 points, buddy. Like, what are we doing? We need a game plan. Give me the rock. We gotta make something happen. You know what I'm saying? So that, like, man, and you have no idea. Like, I've been, like, studying the greats. Any sort of successful person who really got a name for themselves, I've really been studying, like, what they did, and they just kept showing up. Just keep on keeping on. Just keep doing it. Like, any sort of media, like, especially media, they just kept on uploading. I'm starting to see all types of videos where it's like, you gotta imagine, like, I imagine these videos as like a lottery ticket. Every single video I drop is a lottery ticket. It has the chance to literally change my life. One of them is going to have to. It's inevitable. As long as I keep on doing it and stop BSing like I have been recently, like, I'm telling you, like, so if I like, you gotta think about it like this. You post a video every day from January 1st to December 31st. You give yourself 365 chances to change your life. Now, if you're really about it, if you really want to get to it and make serious changes, shit, start posting 5 times a day. You know what I'm saying? I might just have to start doing that shit. But 5 times a day for 365 days, I don't even know the math on. That's like 1,500 something. 1,500 chances. If you see somebody that much, you are, like, bound to oh, let me lock in. Let me see what this guy talking about. I've been seeing him all over the place, and that's what it is. The more people see you, the more inclined they're gonna see to like support you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just trying to give up game. I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? I'm still learning. I'm still level 1 content creator type thing, but just don't get discouraged, man. Like, people get so discouraged because it doesn't go as perfect as they planned it right away, and it never will. Like, I'm here to just save that BS mentality. Like, it's not going to, but just learn to detach from time. Like, going back to the law of detachment, learn to detach from that end goal. Obviously, we all want the nice sports car. We all want the big ass mansion. We all want the craziest wardrobe. We all want the best of everything. But when we think of it, like if you're when you're level 1, you have that thought of like, I want to change my life, I want to have the best of everything. You get discouraged because you know in your current state that you don't have the facilities to be able to obtain that. So you immediately get discouraged and be like, oh, never mind, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So if you go from somebody who's like living paycheck to paycheck, and then you all of a sudden talking about like how you want to start going on vacations when you feel like it, you know what I mean? Like you want to get to a point where you can be like, I want to go to Italy just because. And then right after Italy, go to Spain. Like go from Italy's airport to Spain. Like be able to go on vacations, do shit that people aren't doing. But then when you like realize like the steps needed to get to that point is like, it's a lot. Be like, you know what? I'm good. I'm gonna continue saving up parts of my paycheck every 2 weeks, and then eventually I'll go to Italy once every 5 years. You know what I'm saying? So, with that being said, just take your time seriously, man. It goes by so fast because it's like every year, like I swear to God, I feel like it just January 1st. I said the same thing in 2023, 2022, 2021, but hoping that more people get in the habit of just start executing. Just stop talking about it and just start executing. And if it goes wrong, good. That's like literally a step in the right direction. Ironically enough, that lets you know if you start something and you see a lot of mess ups in this side, okay, now that lets me know don't do this. If I go into this plan with steps 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, okay, maybe I didn't need to do steps 2 and 5. Maybe I can redirect myself and do steps 1, 3, and 4. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this one didn't work. Okay, now let me just try steps 1 and 3. You know what I'm saying? Like, just you live and you learn. You're gonna be a student. You're gonna be a student to the game for as long as you live. You're gonna keep learning and understand that, and be able to like see that as like a good thing. Like, don't get discouraged. Like, you're never gonna be at the top. Like you're done. Like you won life. Like, no, it don't matter how successful you are. You gonna always be learning. There's always new things for you to learn. There's always new things for you to conquer. So get in the habit of understanding that now. Like, you got to really stay, like, I talked about this in the other video where it was like, you got to always stay hungry. It don't matter what level you at, even if you are the most successful person on the planet, even the most successful people on the planet are still going crazy. Like, they could easily just kick back, drinking fruit cocktails on a beach somewhere for every day until they leave this earth, but they're not, because they still want more. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's about it, dog. Just go crazy. We in the fourth quarter, dog. All that work we was putting in from January 1st to October 1st today, like, the work is gonna show by the end of this year. And then we use the end of this year to continue to do it for the rest of 2025, 2026, 2027, and so on. But that's all I got for today. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, tell a friend, I'm gone.